Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another update video here on my channel for the NASDAQ 100. I labeled that move a little bit for you so we can go over that and know where we are right now. So still we have two possibilities here right now, that either we are in a B wave to the upside, and that's an important info now. We should not exceed the 1.382, which is 21,703. That should be the target for the C, for the C of B, expected further downside afterwards, and take these lows from the April lows. Okay, so we should then take these lows to the downside. The other possibility is now that we are here in the green count, which would then finish a wave one to the upside, followed by wave two, and then continuation to the upside. Right now, as I said in the beginning, I labeled that for you a little bit, and we can go over that. And we have at the moment, we really don't know if this is playing out as a diagonal pattern in the wave A, B, C to the upside, which then gives us the wave one. But for now, I will just go over the internal count here with you, if I can. So what we have from our low here, either it's B wave or something different, we would have to check in the future. But we came up in a wave one. You have your ranging in the end, so that means we have an ending diagonal to the upside here, followed by wave two in white. So we started here with our 1-2 setup. From here, we need also 5 waves to the upside. We have a wave one, a wave two, a wave three, then a wave four, which I was talking about. If we hold these levels between the 50 and the 61.8, I do expect upside continuation. And it happened quite nicely from that move. And I was running, what is this? Okay, it's a relatively long in time, but it's perfectly fitting, and that's why I need to count this together here. And that's why I've labeled in blue, so we can separate it from the other counts here in the front, or from the other labeling. This wave four is 1.382, between 1.382 to the 2 times FIB time extension, from that being our wave 1-2 here. And that's a perfectly fine target for a wave four. So you want a wave four to be a little bit longer than a wave two. That happens. So we exceeded the 1.382 FIB time, and we landed directly into the 1.382 to the 2 FIB time target here. Okay, that's perfectly fine. And that's why I said be prepared for a possible bounce to the upside. And we have to see if we can now exceed, okay, if we can exceed now the 1.382 to the upside and touch the 88.2. As I said before in my last videos, it's a very, very important level, and that is at 21,962. We really have to watch if the bulls can take that level, okay, or we can touch that. Afterwards, and that's now the part, afterwards, I still need an ABC to the downside and another 4-5. So that means we should get another 4-5. Okay, that's really, really important. So we would then finish our wave three in white up here, then get a retracement in white wave four, and then another wave five to the upside. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I would call that now then our wave one in our diagonal to the upside. Okay, so that means this low at the moment is a protected low here from the April lows at 16,435. So that's at the moment the protected low here. And the bulls try to hold it. Really, we need to build to the upside here. We need to get our last move up in the white wave three, another four in another four in white, another five in white, and that then would finish our wave one. Then we should get a two, and so on. Okay. But please remember, at the moment, it does fit as best counting as a diagonal pattern to the upside. Okay, that means we have 3 waves in wave one, then we have 3 waves in wave two, and so on, and we build to the upside in 3 waves. Okay, that means we are building in the 5th wave diagonal to the upside. We really have to see how this is developing, but I think that's at the moment a good route to take, or what the market should take. So I do expect at the moment still upside continuation. And when we go and zoom in here, let me just move that aside. Okay, we exceeded also the 88.2 counted from our highs here to the low. That means we should eventually take these highs. Okay, that's at the moment the highest probabilities. We could range here a little bit and then move higher. Okay, it's at the moment a crucial level. Also, the 1.682 is touched here, so we have to see. But at the moment, I do assume that possibly range a little bit, move higher, come back down a little bit, and then we have to see if we can hold a higher low here and move to the 88.2. Okay, that's very, very important afterwards. Please also remember, after 5 waves up, we do expect a retracement, and that's now the part we have to watch. Is it our wave 4 in the pullback here in white, and then another wave 5 to the upside, or really do we have to break down? Because I still need one more low, one more higher low, and one more higher high to finish that move as a clear impulse, okay? Otherwise, we only have 3 waves up, and that would be that move. It's only 3. We need one more lower high and a higher low and one more high, okay? That's very important. Good, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's the update for now. Let me just put up something again because I was watching the volume profile. Okay, we exceeded now. That's very important. We exceeded now the 1 hour point of control, which was at 21,429. That is the red line here. And now we really have to see on the higher time frame. Let me just see the 4 hour, if we can see something. Okay, 4 hour point of control is still far below. So volume wise, I have nothing in the way, honestly. We have some structural resistance at 21,597 and 21,628. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we have the 1.382 here, which would be my target for this being an ABC structure to the upside. Let me just remove that again. So that would be my target for this being just an ABC. In orange, that finished the B wave, and then we're looking for lower prices. But as I said, if we get one more low, higher low and one more high and touch the 88.2 possibly, the doors, in my view, are open for taking the all-time highs, okay? And then in total, of course, making the all-time highs, okay? But also from here, I do expect a retracement, either in the wave 2 or B or whatever. We have to find that out later. But from here, then I think we have, again, upside continuation. Good. I think that's all for now. Everything is fitting at the moment, and watch closely these levels here. Please be cautious with any long positions from here because the 88.2 is touched. We should retrace a little bit and then move higher. But yeah, be cautious. I could not possibly count that as a 1-2-1-2-1-2 setup because if you have a 1-2-1-2 internally here in this count, you want the second wave 2 to be relatively sharp and short correction. You don't want that be longer than the first correction here, okay? That's just something to throw on here so that you know that. And let me just zoom in again, and I will show you one thing. It's just a little bit of a little bit of a knowledge here. Maybe it's interesting for you or not. But we had, see, where is it? Yeah, here. Okay, we had kind of an inverted head and shoulders pattern here. And the neckline you can draw not very accurately, right, because it's a little bit choppy. But if you have just the standard Fibonacci time, not the time extension, but the standard Fibonacci targets for that, that would a little bit exceed my 1.382, but depends on where you're going to add it and where you're going to draw the neckline here. It would nearly fit to the 1.382 fib extension here, which is my target for this being a C wave, and the B wave in orange, which you know from the chart. Yeah, we have to see if this is playing out, okay? Targets to this standard extensions when I measure just the neckline and our deepest point of that head, we have the targets up to the 1.382 here. Okay, so this is the end of the video. I wish everybody a nice evening. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up. If you have questions, as always, feel free to ask me. Yeah, and bye-bye. Ciao, ciao. See you soon.